Trump. Blood on their hands. Hands off PEPFAR. Hands off PEPFAR.
Protesters gathered outside the U.S. State Department on February 6th before blocking an intersection on Constitution Avenue in Washington, D.C. to voice their opposition to cuts in the U.S. President's emergency plan for AIDS relief.
Blood on their hands. Rubio Trump. Blood on their hands. Rubio Trump. Blood on their hands. Hands off PEPFAR. Hands off PEPFAR.
More than half of the program's grants are reportedly implemented by USAID. Protesters chanted, "Rubio lies, people with AIDS die," as police surrounded the area and rerouted traffic. Charles King, CEO of the nonprofit Housing Works, which fights AIDS and homelessness, said he was prepared to be arrested while protesting to push for continued PEPFAR funding.
What they've done is completely illegal. Actually, Congress is the one that enacted a law creating PEPFAR. They're the ones that created the United States Agency for International Development. It's actually not up to Secretary Rubio, it's not up to the president, and it's certainly not up to Elon Musk to decide to destroy that, to abolish that. That's actually a clear violation of Article 1 of the Constitution that actually says it's up to Congress. The waivers that are happening are similarly kind of silly, right? They've decided to freeze aid on the one hand and give a waiver for some programs on the other, while also laying off or freezing or putting on leave all of the people who are supposed to disseminate those waivers. You know, programs around the world don't actually run based on headlines. They run based on legal documents. They've received a freeze order. They've received a stop work order. And so slowly some programs are reopening, but many, many others around the world are not. We just heard from colleagues in Botswana who have a complete hold and freeze on all of their programs, despite Secretary Rubio insisting that they don't. And so this is chaos. It's mass chaos, and it's costing lives already.
The Trump administration's effort to slash and reshape American foreign aid is crippling the intricate global system, according to humanitarian organizations. Meanwhile, officials warn that millions of lives would be at risk if the president's emergency plan for AIDS relief program is not extended further. The State Department says PEPFAR, through which the United States has spent more than $100 billion, has so far saved more than 26 million lives globally.
I'm shocked to be back in the place we were 24 years ago, trying to convince the government that people around the world need support, that it isn't right to let someone die simply because of where they were born, that we all benefit when people living with HIV can continue to live, can reduce the risk of transmission, can reduce development of TB and also the spread of TB. I cannot believe that we have been thrown back in time.
PEPFAR began in 2003 under Republican President George W. Bush and enjoyed bipartisan support until recently. Some of PEPFAR-funded programs include helping HIV-infected women have babies without the virus using antiretroviral drugs. USAID has also been a target of the government reorganization program spearheaded by businessman Elon Musk, a close Trump ally. The Trump administration plans to keep fewer than 300 USAID staff out of the agency's thousands of staff. The largest U.S. government workers union and an association of foreign service workers sued the Trump administration on February 6th in an effort to reverse its aggressive dismantling of the U.S. Agency for International Development.